Hey, Scrappy friends, this is Mags from MagsGraphics, and today we're going to play with the new Everyday Enhanced Envelopes and Everyday Enhanced Envelopes 2 that were released in February 2026 for this month's art drop. Each pack contains several envelopes, all enhanced photo clusters. They are layered, and all of the different sections are separate layers, elements, so that you can recolor or adjust the way that you would like. So let's actually bring this bigger. We'll scoot over here and I'm going to hide this, lock my background, and go over to my content. So I'm going to choose one of these and add to the page. And all of these, as you can see, here's another example of one. They are large. They come in so that you can make them a full page if you would like them to be. There are different sizes. There are different aspects. You can always lock your aspect ratio and make them larger or smaller. We have a tall one. Allows for a lot of journaling on the side. But of course, if you don't want them as big, you can always reduce them in size and then build the rest of your layout around them. But let's take a look at this. And I'm going to right click, group, ungroup, so you can see all of the parts. We obviously have photos in here. I'm going to hide those first so that you can see the parts of the envelope. We have the top, we have the little sticky strip that you can keep or delete. We have the back, each side, and the bottom. So of course you can go and go up to color, hue, and saturation, and you could change the hue and saturation to make this any color that you want that maintains the texture that was on there when I built them. You can increase the brightness, make it darker. You can increase and decrease the saturation. You can sample a color from the screen. So you have a lot of options with that. You can also, I'm going to go over here to the Winter Retreat bundle, select on a section. I think I'm going to do the sides actually. And I'm going to pick a paper. So I'm going to select both sides. Fill selected shape. And now we've made an interesting pattern to this envelope. I'm going to unhide those and go to my photos. I have some pictures from our last snow. I live in Ohio and we have had a lot of snow this year. And we got some very large deer that showed up in our backyard. So I'm going to maybe add this here and I'll come back to that. And maybe this one in here. And there's one on that page. Okay, so right now we're all looking at just a scene, but if I move this up, because it's hidden partially behind the envelope, you don't know how tall this picture is, and it doesn't matter because what I want to see is showing up right there. And I can move this down. Same way with this. I can always move this up. Maybe I just want the background with the trees. And here, you can always move it up to here and zoom in. Let's see, is there one in here? I might switch this out for a different deer. I don't think I can hardly see that one. There we go. Zoom in, bring him up, bring this down just a little bit. So now we've got our pictures of the deer inside the envelope, and I could go ahead and finish off the rest of my layout. I'm going to group this for now and hide it. Go back over here to my content and enhanced envelopes. I put them both together on the same so that they both show up. And I'm going to scroll down to the next set, the Everyday Enhanced Envelope Set 2. This is a little bit different in that you get a string that is holding an assortment of envelopes. In this case, you have a lot of smaller ones. Here's a set of 3. And here's a neat one that's across a shoelace. I think I'm going to demo that one. So let me move this out of the way and bring this up here. When I right click, group and ungroup, there are a lot of layers, as you can see over here. Let's hide this photo for now. And make that a little bit bigger so we can see what we have over here. So we have the top and the back. In this case, the sides are together. Just makes it easier. Most likely you will have them match anyway. And you have the bottom. There's no sticky strip on this one because we have threaded some type of string through it. So we have this big piece, but when I hide it, you can see that there's all these little pieces that are separate so that you can have the illusion that it's been threaded through all of these little holes. And this piece right here is also separate, just in case it is covering, just in case it is covering a piece of your picture that you want. By having it separate, you can always turn it and move it more out of the way. Or you can even hide it altogether if you want it behind those photos. So I'm going to delete. Nope, before I delete these, let's show you some of the other things that can be done. Same way as before, you can either go to hue or wash, and you can change the hue and saturation, change the color of the shoelace. Oh, you know what? This is in a group. I'm going to do grouping, ungroup, because I added your shadow separately in case you needed to make an adjustment. One of the fun things with shadows that are on a separate layer is I can turn it and move it, and it looks like it's really popping off the page. That is why that piece is separate. I'm going to go back up here to hue, change it to the same color it was before. Do that with these. Oh, these is also in a group just to make your life easier. But to change their color, I'm going to ungroup. Let's see. I think they also have a custom shadow. There we go. So that the shadow is just over the envelopes. But I can go over here, change the hue and saturation. And now we've got a purple shoelace coming through. Same way with these. You can change the hue and saturation here. You could also do a wash. And like before, you could also fill it in with any other type of paper from an art kit. All right, I'm going to delete these. I thought we would have some fun making a layout. So I'm going to hide this one as well. And I'm going to go to my game day football bundle and go to this side. I'm going to add the football paper. And I'm going to go to the other side and add the football paper, the other half. I know you can see two 50-yard lines. It doesn't bother me. If it bothered you, you could always enlarge and scoot it over. It's going to part of it go in the gutter anyway. And I'm going to insert an empty frame. I'm going to make this one 12 by 7 and add it here to this page. And I'm going to copy, Control C, come over and add it in here on this side as well. Then we're going to go back over to my envelopes. And I'm going to add this one to the left side. And connect it up here so that it looks like it's coming off the page. A little bit right there on the edge. And on this side, I'm going to add this set right over here. Now I've got some fun photos saved in our content from when we were at a UC game and with both of my sons, Jack's fiance and Luke's girlfriend. So I'm going to add this down here. This is Jack and his fiance and her family and us and our other son Luke. And on this side, I'm going to add this fun big uh, whole group or whole shot of the field. When they come in, they always have fire. And we'll go back over to this side and pick some photos. I'm going to right click, group and ungroup, and pull out some pictures. Let's see, in this little one, I'm going to scoot insert the photo into selected frame. Now, as you can see, the way it is right now, we're kind of hidden and off to the side. But again, I can pull this up and enlarge and scoot us over. And now it looks like that we're coming out of the envelope, and it doesn't matter how tall this is because you can't see what's down there anyway. As far as anyone knows, this is stuffed in as far as it could go. And I think we'll take this one over here. And same idea. I'm going to push this up a little, zoom it in, maybe bring it down. And I think I'm going to use this one over here with Luke and Sophia. And let's see, I don't think we can get Luke's roommate in here, so oops. I'll just make this a little bit bigger so it looks like it's just the four of us in there. And I'm going to come over to this side, ungroup. And I think we'll grab this picture and put it up here. Now, this one I'm going to make taller. But when I make it taller, we're going to have those little bits in front. And I don't really want that there. I think we got kind of all of them in there, sort of. Let's see, let's move this up a bit. That's much better. Now we've got everyone's face. So I'm going to click on that little piece, and I'm just going to scoot it behind the photo. Doesn't really matter because this is over the top of it anyway. And then when I go down here and choose another photo, this is one that I think Luke took from the student section of our seats. It's not the clearest picture, but he was far away. And this is where all of us sit. And I'm just going to keep this down here. And I've got a good start to a layout. I could always come to this one and maybe do a blend cut. Let's see, keeping the unshaded area cut. I'm sure that made much of a difference. Maybe I get a longer one. But I could also do the same blend cut on the other side so that they match. Straight, blended edge, and keep the unshaded area and cut. And I have got room to add in some journaling, a title, some word art, maybe from the game day football kit. And you can see how easy it is to make a layout. I certainly have lots of football pieces and bits, and I can always use, the number one pointer. I've chose the ones that already had red string because we root for the UC Bearcats. But if I needed to, I could always adjust and change up the string as well as the little bits that are on top, and you'll see different groups and sections of things. This is those little top pieces that you would ungroup and then recolor them. So that's how you use the different enhanced envelopes. They are on sale all month long in February 2026. And I cannot wait to see how you use them. Thanks for watching.